Good day, I am Octaviana Rombe from Interior Design School of Design, Binus University. Today, I will introduce the second module from 11 modules in Green Design class. The concept of sustainable design from the view of Indonesian traditional design, part 1.
Vernacular design is design rooted in its local, design that based on local cultures, needs, materials, traditions, and environment. It was designed specific to its location and give a place its character and vice versa. Vernacular architecture also reflects the socio-cultures and the local wisdom of the place where it was designed and built. It is a living product that captures wisely through times its surroundings. Vernacular designs includes many elements. In this session, I will focus on materials and textures, space, value, and consideration of structural element and cultural embedded.
Japanese architecture has been influenced by the climate. Summers in most of Japan are long, hot, and humid, that reflected in the way houses are built. Wood was the material of choices because it is cool in summer, warm in winter, and more flexible when subjected to the earthquakes. They were built of light materials such as wood, bamboo, straw, and paper that allow breeze to enter, air to circulate, and heat to escape. Another important factor that shaped Japanese wood architecture was the abundance of cypress tree in Japan. Cypress is a soft wood with straight grain, which makes easy to cut into timber. Early Japanese carpenters didn't even develop cross-cut saws or planes, which are necessary to create woods with uneven grains. In order to maximize the limited space, a traditional Japanese interior features a multitude of partially screened, geometrically arranged rooms with sliding doors that can be opened to create large spaces or closed to create private rooms. The translucent paper walls between the rooms allow people to see shadows in the next rooms but not clearly see what was making the shadows. Japanese architecture is aimed to be in harmony with nature, stress the horizontal, relatively small and hidden by trees. Japanese architecture is focused on making their structure sublime and mysterious on a horizontal level. In Japanese house, the raising floor has been used so that the air can move around and beneath it. Many traditional structures, such as castles, are built without nails. Instead, they use various kinds of joinery, tongue and groove construction. The tea house, in which the tea ceremony is performed, characterized by a delicate sensibility, slender wooden elements, and unornamented simplicity. Murata Juko, known as the father of the tea ceremony, developed the etiquette and spirit of tea. He studied under Ikkyu Sonjun and practiced Zen meditation at Daitokuji Temple. He preferred the intimate and personal atmosphere of a small room. His goal was to transcend the complex distractions of the world and find enlightenment in everyday life. To enter the tea house, someone has to crawl through a low and small entranceway, which is called Nijiri Guchi, which makes everyone in the house equal. It is designed to make someone to discharge its title or position but to be pure. So the tea house, often described as the inside of the womb as an analogy. There is no furniture except for what which is required for the preparation of tea.
From the example of Japanese vernacular design, we learn what to consider in vernacular design. Material, weather and local source, space, function and space limitation, value, position human in nature, structure, weather and geographical limitation, culture embedded, history, culture and wisdom. Sustainable value from Japanese vernacular design: wise energy consumption, organic consumption, low carbon footprint, longer lasting use and reuse, respect and regrowth. In this context, I define the vernacular design based on the specific location and all the aspects that follow. I divided Indonesian archipelago into three main groups: West, Central, and East. In this session, I will focus the concept of sustainable design from Indonesian vernacular design from the angle of architecture, interior, and product.
The location of Toraja is on the plateau of South Sulawesi. So, Toraja is cold, especially during the night, with full sunshine during daytime. The use of bamboo and wood for architecture's materials are warm for night with air circulation during daytime. The use of local wood and bamboo for its foundation and roof, also for its strength and durability. Beautiful textures of bamboo and wood are so rich in grains and deep and natural color. Toraja people also made their own textiles using all the materials from surroundings. Ma'a textile that has been used for some rituals symbolize the actual daily life, black dyed with local mud and bilang teh leaf. Toraja house doesn't require a big space. It is very functional and practical. The house was designed wisely, just enough for private activities such as sleeping and cooking. The house is faced to the north, toward to the place of the Creator that is associated with the sun. Tongkonan interior space layout is influenced by the direction of the sunlight. The direction of the sun affects the arrangements of the interior space as Tangdo, Sali, and Sumbung. The Toraja traditional belief is reflected on the carving motif of Toraja house panel, which have the explicit and implicit meanings in Toraja culture. The use of the buffalo head in front of the Toraja house because its importance in Toraja social life. Buffalo, that called tedong in local language, is part of Toraja daily life. Besides its importance in social life, buffalo also plays an important role in traditional belief and rituals, and also as a transaction tools in the sale of purchase of the land. Toraja house, the raising floor has been used to let the air move around and beneath it. It is for flowing the air for the rooms above it, and also to protect from the animals. It is built without nails. Instead, they use various kinds of wood and bamboo joinery as we see in the pictures. The use of bamboo for the roof structures allows the roof to be formed like a boat. In Toraja cultures, rice has an almost mystical importance. People busy in the fields, planting, harvesting, and drying it by hand before storing in the rice barn, which is a scaled-down version of the tongkonans. The name Toraja refers to a number of ethnic groups in regions of southwestern and central Sulawesi that may be derived from Toriaja, man of the mountain. The traditional house and the rice barn are an expression of the aesthetic feeling of the Toraja. Carving panels in Toraja houses and rice barns are an expression of the natural environment and linked to the highest god in Torajan beliefs, that most mean fertility and prosperity.
the Toraja vernacular design, we learn what to consider in vernacular design. Material, with consideration of weather and local source. Space, function and cosmological. Value, position of the nature. Structure, weather, geographical position and cosmological. Culture embedded, culture and wisdom. Sustainable value from Toraja vernacular design. Wise energy consumption, organic consumption, low carbon footprint, space efficiency, longer lasting use convenience, effect, and growth.
Thank you for learning. Salam.